In the village of Ewer lived a family of 4, Zubi, a mischievous boy, his 2 sisters Naya and Nina, and their parents. Zubi's mother had always spoiled him. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted, and whenever he caused trouble, his sisters were the ones sent to clean up after him. The villagers whispered warnings, but his mother would say, "He is the last child. He is the man of this house. Let him be." Zubi thrived on mischief. He would ruin his sister's chores, make a mess of the house, and laugh as Naya and Nina scrambled to fix things. One afternoon, the sisters went to fetch water from the river. Zubi, bored, followed, but he carried nothing to help. As he sat by the river, teasing children, 2 young women appeared, carrying their pot. Zubi, ever rude, mocked their clumsiness and poking at their pot then. The pot slipped, spilling water everywhere. He laughed, blaming them, and walked away. Unbeknownst to him, the young women were Mami Wada, the water goddesses, and they were mean and didn't take his jokes lightly or saw him as a child. They did not reveal their true self but cursed Zubi silently. "Zubi of Ewer, your arrogance and cruelty will bring sorrow. The waters will follow you. Only when you learn humility will this curse be lifted." At first, nothing seemed to happen. Zubi went on with his life, thinking the incident was forgotten. But soon, little signs began to appear. The river by the village would swell slightly whenever he approached, even on dry days. Fish jumped out of the water as if fleeing him. Birds would stop singing near his home. Crops in his mother's garden started wilting in patches, especially near where he played. Zubi noticed these signs but laughed them off. "It's nothing. The river's just weird today," he said, shrugging. The villagers, however, began to talk. They whispered in fear whenever he passed, "Did you see the water rise when Zubi went by? Even the river fears that boy. The crops are dying where he walks." Zubi's mother, initially dismissive, began to grow uneasy. Still, she blamed coincidence rather than her son. Then the signs became harder to ignore one morning. Zubi woke to find a small puddle inside his room, spreading slowly across the floor. His bed floated slightly. Water would follow him in strange ways. If he stepped into the river, it overflowed unnaturally, drenching the area around him. At night, he would hear soft whispers in the water, almost like a voice calling his name. Zubi grew nervous and unsettled. At first, he laughed, trying to act brave. "It's probably just the river," he said. But deep down, he felt fear. Something was watching him. His sisters noticed too. Naya cried one evening, "Zubi, do you see it? The water follows you. Even the river, it's afraid of you." Nina tried to comfort her, but even she could not deny the strange happenings. As the curse intensified, Zubi's mischief brought real consequences. A bucket he threw in jest exploded water across the neighbor's house, destroying food and supplies. Animals fled whenever he approached, leaving his family to fend for themselves. The villagers avoided him entirely. Even his friends would cross the street to escape his presence. "It's not my fault," he shouted. But whenever he yelled, the wind would carry water droplets around him, soaking everything nearby, as if the river itself mocked his anger. Then came the terrifying moment. One night, as he slept, his bed sank into a sudden pool of water. He woke gasping, trying to climb out, but the water rose higher, almost swallowing him. He screamed for his mother and sisters. When his mother entered, the water receded, but Zubi was shaken to his core. From that day, he realized this curse was real. This continued for years. He stopped playing silly games and treating people harshly and acted right, but no matter what he did or how he acted, he got the same mystical result. Everywhere he went, water seemed to react violently to him. Rivers surged, wells dried, fish jumped from ponds, and rainstorms followed him unpredictably. Villagers, who once laughed at his antics, now crossed themselves and avoided his house. Zubi began to feel lonely and fearful. His mother's indulgence could not protect him from the curse, and his sisters, though loyal, were constantly in danger because of his actions. The elder of the village finally spoke to him. "Sometimes a silly mistake can cause a lifetime of problems, Zubi. Your laughter has been sorrow all the years you need to go to the goddess that you would find your answer and solution," he said. "You cannot escape this curse until you learn respect and humility. Your family, the village, and even the waters suffer all these years for your mistakes." Zubi felt very sad. He thought of the girl by the river from when he was young, the spilled pot, and every prank he had ever played. He realized the curse of his problem was just because of a silly act of when he was young. He knew at that point he had played silly games with the wrong person and had suffered the consequences of his actions. Sitting by the river, He whispered, "I am sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. Please, forgive me." Slowly, the water around him calmed. Fish returned. The river flowed gently again. The crops began to thrive. The villagers cautiously welcomed him back, but a faint shimmer in the river reminded him that Mami Wada was still watching. Zubi had learned humility the hard way. The curse remained a reminder, a subtle presence in the waters, ensuring he never again let arrogance and cruelty control him. Thanks for watching. Like and follow for more.